Ooh, y'all, what a treat I got for you. Oh, I gotta go pull in this gate and dock in this place. It is really tight. I gotta put the gate code in and then I'm gonna get in and this is gonna be crazy. Hold on. Oh shit. All right, code is in. Let me show y'all what I'm working with, y'all. This is crazy. Let's turn the light off. Hope y'all can see. 53. We gotta go in dock 53. Oh, 53 is between these two trucks. Next to that truck. All right. Let me open my doors. I got a little bit to work with, y'all. Golly. Got to be more careful. This is gonna be a challenge. Challenge accepted. Woo! My headset might cut out. But I got this blue tiger. No, yeah, the blue tiger instead of the blue parrot, so it might not cut out. Because the blue tiger range is longer than the blue parrot. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna even tell y'all how long I had to wait just to get a dock. All right, let's see what we can do. I gotta go right there, and there's a gate right there, and I got the docks right there. So let's see. Well, I could just probably, I might be able to just pull up right here. I'm off. 51, 52. Shit, I'm off. That wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. That was pretty easy. I say so myself. So I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, and he was doing the little breakdown of that story of that lady talking about who the F did I just marry? I gotta slide my tandems. Hold on, y'all. And he broke the story down, and I'm like, that story sounds very similar to mine. And I was like, maybe I should do a series. Who the F did I almost marry? I dodged the bullet there. I might do that. Hold on. Hold on. Trying to see if my headset. Alrighty. There's another variant truck coming, I bet you. This man been trying to talk to me all day. Every time he stopped, we was at the truck stop together. He got this load, same load as me. All right. What up, y'all? He got the load, same load as me. He wanna talk, 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 talk. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I'm still up and working. So this is what happened. Got the load, got here at 5, and I've been sitting waiting for a dock. So finally got a dock. And from the looks of it, everybody is in a bunk. That man don't even know how to open the gate. He do not know how to do his job, bro. He just drove up to the gate. He ain't read the paper. The paper say gate code for doors and in the gate code. I'm supposed to disconnect my line, slide the tandems, turn the truck off. I didn't. I slid my tandems, but I ain't disconnect the lines. Nobody else disconnected their lines. Everybody's getting worked on. I turned my truck off though. Am I okay now? I think I'm okay. Um, well, my daughter sent me the money for the. She sent me the money for the car note. Her half. My other daughter lost her job, so she can't give me her half. So I am no longer 60 days past due. I'm only 30 days past due. Uh, I have the money for this week for the mortgage. Um, I have the money for my water bill. Um, and I'm saving the rest of the money for next week, so that check is going to be short. So I feel a lot better. And after doing some calculation, I'll probably end up with about between 1,800 and 2,000 miles this week. But okay, so I want to tell this story, y'all. I think I'm gonna do my own little version. I was gonna because I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to do it because I don't remember a lot of the details, and it wasn't really exciting because I was a whole truck driver, and not a lot of stuff happened. But we will do our best, okay? So I can't believe I'm about to go through this whole story, but I want to tell y'all the whole story. He messed up his fender. I don't even know what the things are called, the wings on the trailer. Anyway, I think I'll be good. Yeah, Trinity. Um, there might be some other bills that I ain't, but I wrote them down. But I don't know. I ain't tripping. Like the biggest bills that I needed to pay was the mortgage and car note, the car insurance. I got to pay that by March 10th, but I'm not gonna pay it this pay period. I'm gonna hold on to that and see what happens. Thank you, Trucking with Perry. So I wonder if what's that? I'll start a poll. So let's roll back to when I was working at US Express local, okay? To understand my story of what I went through with my ex-fiance, you got to understand what I went through with a dude I was dating before I met him. So I was live. This all happened on live, y'all. Like I'm not new to sharing my life, and obviously I ain't the only person. So while all these naysayers talking about don't be talking about all your YouTube shit, I've been doing this, and people been doing it. I ain't the only one. Okay, so on YouTube Live back in like around November, December 2021 ish, I was dating this guy. Well, we were talking, we were fucking, and it was good too. It was good to where I kept fucking with him, even though I knew he had a baby mama that he was living with. That I didn't care. It was good. So, come to find out, she found out about us, and she be threatening me and all of that stuff. But I was like, look, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing nothing. Like, you can't keep a man that don't want to be kept. Obviously, he don't want to be kept. Trinity, I'm about to make you a moderator. Um, you can't keep a man that don't want to be kept. He don't want to be kept. So, I mean, it ain't my fault, but maybe you need to do something different. I don't know. I was tripping, but I wasn't about to let him go. What up, R? So, um, so I like I said, all of this went down on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube Live. So eventually, we were supposed to go on a date, and we didn't. He stood me up. So I went on. Um, what up, R? Did I say hi to you, R, already? I hope I did. No, no, no. R, why you talking about Yoda? Oh, Yoda. Right. That's why I made Trinity. I didn't see any of my moderators in here, but that's why made her a moderator because of Yoda. Um, I don't think so, EK. I don't think so. But okay, so I'm not about to answer no comments right now because I want to tell the story. So he stood me up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I went live, and then he started talking all this mess, and like it was just crazy, and it was just crazy, right? And it was live, and I was like, the guy who I've been talking to would never talk to me like that. He was like threatening my life, talking about he's gonna send people to do stuff to me, and men don't talk, they send people and stuff. He was saying all kind of shit. Remember that, R? Like he was saying all kind of shit. And then I was like, damn. So that relationship or that whole situation stressed me out. It made me sick. I was like having psychological and physical symptoms from that situation. R been there through all of it, man, for real. He been through all of it. He didn't seen he damn near he ain't even seen me naked, but you might as well say that he seen me naked through all the shit that he didn't been through with me, like off of YouTube. He didn't seen everything. He didn't been through all of that. R is like a true MVP. So, but he ain't ever seen me naked. But I'm just saying, like, he knows me so intimately. Um, so that had me all stressed out. Like I was sick, like sick. And so through that process, I decided, like, why do I keep meeting these guys that I keep going through these issues with, like, and what's the common denominator? What am I doing wrong? Why am I choosing these guys? What is it about them that I'm choosing that's making me choose them? Like all kind of stuff. Like I had to do a deep dive and do like a forensic audit of my dating life, right? And what I found out was I would sleep with them too soon. I wasn't respecting my body, and I wasn't respecting myself, and I wasn't respecting my spirit, and I was creating soul ties, and um I didn't have a relationship with God. So what I decided to do was I started to practice abstinence and meditation and the whole energy and wavelengths and stuff like that. Like doing I watched The Secret. That's the first thing that I did. And then I started really meditating and praying and trying to, just get my mind, body, and soul together because I needed to learn my worth. I didn't know my worth. So, knowing my worth, that means I know who I am and I know what I deserve and what I don't deserve and what I should put up with and what I shouldn't put up with and what I definitely shouldn't be doing, which is sleeping with these men like that. So, that was that part. My spiritual part was getting closer to God and, trying to build a relationship with him because if I'm his daughter and my body is a temple, I don't need to be disrespecting my body. I know I'm vaping, but it's a steps, baby steps, right? So, doing that. So mentally, I had to understand, mental health and making sure that I was good mentally and spiritually, like all of that stuff. So I started meditating and praying and just trying to be positive, trying to have a positive mindset, practicing abstinence and meditating on my husband. I was praying and asking the Lord to build me or work on me and guide my steps into being a good woman, a good wife, a good mother, teaching me how to be a wife and a mother and stuff like that. And that's what I was focused on. So then I got a manifestation journal and I wrote down everything that I wanted. That's true, EK. That's exactly why I was like, I need to practice abstinence because that on the spiritual side is called a soul tie. And the soul tie is meant to be tied with your husband or wife, not with a stranger. That's when the energies get connected. So I got a manifestation journal. I was watching a lot of YouTubes on like how to manifest your husband and stuff like that, right? And it was one thing I was watching um was write out in the journal everything that you want in your husband and pray over it. So I did. I wrote everything. What up, Jamos? I wrote everything that I wanted in a husband. I prayed over it, and I didn't leave nothing out. And then I also was living like he was already there. I was pretending like I already had my husband and he was there. So I slept on a certain side of the bed. The other side was for him. I had a certain side of the closet just for him. Like like I was acting like he was physically in my home, and I was trying to manifest him into my life. So now we have the She Trucking Expo that came up. So I ended up starting Variant, driving, becoming an ambassador. The She Trucking Expo comes up, and I meet Sheree, and then I meet Miss Jerry. Miss Jerry I met Miss Jerry first. She's the one who recruited me to work for US Express local position because I was looking for a local position when I was working at USA Truck. And Miss Jerry was the recruiter, so that's how I found out about the local position. Oh shit, now my eyes are starting to itch again. I don't have no medicine. Fuck. Um, so so then I got the job. So the She Trucking Expo, whatever. And then oh, I was supposed to take my paperwork in there. Was I? Here he come again, talking. Okay, it's a man who's keep talking to me. Hold on, y'all. Drive back. I'm trying to see line. We love being work once I turn to the finish and turn. Once the light turns green, the trailer is finished. We can return to the welcome center with trailer door open. Collect your paperwork. Okay. All right. So I go to the She Trucking Expo and I meet Sheree, and Sheree introduced me to Miss Jerry, which is she was the vice president of She Trucking, or the president of She Trucking or something. And that's how I met Miss Jerry. So we did the She Trucking Expo, and then Miss Jerry did a Driver Everything conference in Houston. And it was like, you need to go, you need to go, you need to go. So I went to that. And then after that, Miss Jerry invited us to her sister's ranch so we can have like a little, um, what is it called? A trail ride? No, a bonfire and a cookout. So we did the bonfire cookout thing or whatever. And while we were there, that was the first day. And we had fun. It was great. I got to ride a horse and all kind of stuff, right? And so she introduced me to her sister and her sister's husband and her friends and family and stuff. I mean, it was a great time. I wish I was telling this story through video so I can actually attach pictures and videos of that bonfire. So then the next day, they was like, come back out. We're going to do a trail ride tomorrow. So I think that was what they had planned, like do the bonfire one day and then the trail ride the next day. So we got there the next day to do the trail ride, and Miss Jerry's sister, her name is Kim. Her husband was like, I forgot his name is Cedric, I think. Cedric was like, when my cop friend get here, then we're gonna get started. And I'm like, cop friend, uh-oh, my husband is on his way, because that's me manifesting my husband, right? So he got there, and I was like, okay, he kind of cute. He ain't, because he when men wear fitted caps, all men look good in a fitted cap. Yeah, I met Charmaine. All men look good in a fitted cap, all of them. You could be ugly as fuck, but if you wear a fitted cap, you look good. I don't know why fitted caps make men look good, but he looked good in his cap and the way he was dressing. It was like cold, so we had the trail ride, and he's teaching me how to dance to like the little two steps that they be doing. Um, the two steps like to exotico. Exotico music is like a Louisiana, Texas country, black folks country music. I don't know what the fuck they call it, but it's like a little two step, like the electric slide type, do si do type music dance, right? So, um, he was teaching me how to dance. I was just feeling the vibe, and we was talking, and then I went home. He went home. Then we had another trail ride, and I was like, I want to go to the trail ride, but I didn't have a way to get there. Wait, no. How many trail rides was it? The first one, he teach me how to dance. The second one, no, the first one, he didn't teach me how to dance. The first one, he was there, but I had my son's father with me because he was there helping me at the house while I was over the road. So the first one, I noticed him, but I didn't say nothing, but I wanted to talk to him. The second trail ride, I noticed him, and he taught me how to dance. The third one we went to, it was raining, it was cold, I was drinking, my feet was hurting, and I had bought a cowboy hat and some belts and stuff. And he was like, "You want to put it in my car so you don't have to hold it?" And I was like, "Yeah." I think I don't know how I got to that trail ride, but I don't remember how I got there, but I know I needed a ride. So instead of him taking me home after I got drunk, so instead of him taking me home, I went to his house, and he was gonna sleep on the couch, and I was gonna sleep in the bed. He ran me bath water that night. He gave me pajamas, not bath water, but he ran the shower for me. He gave me pajamas, and he was gonna sleep on the couch. I was like, "You don't gotta sleep in the couch. I'm not about to sleep with you, so you can sleep in the bed." And so he slept in the bed, and I wanted to sleep with him anyway, so we slept together. It's like the third time of me dealing with him, talking to him and stuff. The next morning, we had like a really long conversation about what we want and what we wanted out of our spouses, and he was telling me what he wants in a wife, and everything that he was saying reminded me of, like, it sounded like he was reading out of my journal, my manifestation journal. I was convinced this man was the man that God sent me. I don't know why I was convinced. Like today, I don't feel that way, and not because he's not the guy, it's just because of how it went down. That's not the man that God sent me, especially if I slept with him. So again, common denominator. But we talked and talked and talked and talked, and I'm like, this is the man God sent for me. So then we started dating and seeing each other and on the phone all the time and talking all the time. And his truck loud. And then I was gonna go to Cancun, and I couldn't find nobody to go to Cancun with me. And I asked him if he would go with me, and he said yeah. So we went to Cancun. But then before Cancun even happened, now he's like really coming around a lot. We're talking a lot. He coming around my kids. My kids like him. My granddaughter loves him. Joe! Every time she's saying Joe, that's like her best friend. He helped me build Trinity's bed, and her and Amira and Joe was building Trinity bed. I'm taking pictures of like it's a beautiful thing. Like we all getting along and all that stuff. He invited us to his house, me and the kids, and he cooked for us, and we went swimming, and everything was good. The only thing that I saw at that time was the red flag was he was just really fucking anal as far as like cleanliness. And I'm like, the fuck. But really wasn't a trip, right? And he's hard headed, really hard headed. Like for example, he was burning. Thank you, Jamos. He was burning the hamburger meat, and he wouldn't listen that he was burning it. I was like, but you're burning the hamburger meat. He wouldn't listen to me. So, and that's just how he was. Period. Um, Whoever designed trailers was a genius. I tell you, they were. Anywho, so everything is going good, and then I don't, I don't know how he got on the subject, but um, he ended up going ring shopping. And he was asking me what kind of ring I like, and I was telling him, and he was going ring shopping. And I don't think he couldn't, I got the impression he couldn't afford the ring. And I didn't think he was going to get it. So I stopped tripping over it. And then we're just still talking and dating and going out. Then at this point, when we go on dates, I don't remember what it was, but I remember getting mad about some stuff. Like, he wouldn't listen to me. Like, I wanted something, one thing, and he would go somewhere else. Like, we went and had pizza. I don't want no fucking pizza. Why do my kids want to text me now? Every time they don't text me all day, but as soon as I go live, they want to text me. Pause. So, um, I just liked being around him, and then I started driving again, and sometimes he would come with me because I was doing that Home Depot tour, and sometimes, and the Home Depot tour was from Houston to Louisiana. So sometimes he would come with me to um, Louisiana on the truck. Sometimes I would meet up with him and we would have sex before I left Houston or something like that. Sometimes he would get in a truck with me and I would help him hire people because he was a hiring manager at the job. So we would go through um, applications and stuff together, and I would help call them and screen them and go through the application and stuff. Hold on. I'm gonna type in with one finger. Okay. So all of that happened, and everything was going good. We ended up going to Cancun, and I don't remember, but it was just something about him at the airport that made me just be like, I was feeling like, I just don't like. I remember saying to myself, I don't want to be seen in public with him. You late as fuck. I know you did not just send me this message. I got the number. Mm-mm. At 5 o'clock when I got here, I needed a certain. I don't have a link. I'm not live. I'm not doing sharing my live right now. Got here at 5 o'clock. I needed a 5-5 number. I didn't. They didn't have a 5-5 number, and the reason why is because they sent me to the wrong place. I went to the right place. I had the right pickup number. I just got docked. That was a 5. They just now sending me a motherfucking message 3 hours and 33 minutes later, talking about the load is undispatched. We don't have the correct pickup number. Nigga, I wish I would wait fucking 3 hours for y'all to give me a fucking pickup number. And then you gonna undispatch me on the load. Fuck that. I told him, I said, I got the number, just got in the door. Y'all sent me to the wrong place. I'm at the right place and in a dock. And I said, there's no way I was gonna wait for 3 hours for y'all to give me a number. Communication sucks. The fuck? Anywho, thank you, Demarcus, which is a member, by the way. Thank you for the membership too. So then okay, so we go to Cancun, and I don't know. It's just some like He acted like he knew everything about Cancun and he knew everything about like everything and like was trying to pressure me to do stuff. And I'm like, I'm fucking tired. This first day we got in late. Well, not late, late, but we got in like around 6 or 7. We had been up since like 2 o'clock in the morning traveling. I don't want to do shit but lay down and take a nap. He wants to go to the beach. He want to go swim in the ocean and all. I don't. I want to go to sleep. So take a nap. We get up. We go eat, and things were cool. Like we had a cool time. Something happened. I was mad at him, and then he wanted to have sex. I don't remember what it was. God, see, that's why I want to tell the story because I just really don't be remembering a lot of shit. The night he proposed, I don't remember. Something happened that day, which caused me to look in his backpack. He wanted me to get something out of his backpack. I get something out of his backpack, and I found the ring that he was going to propose to me with. And I'm like, fuck. He's about to propose. Like, I did not expect that. I did not expect for him to propose. And he was acting all weird and nervous that day. And he got some of my coworkers and invited them to our suite, and he wanted to propose. And he was drinking a lot and nervous. And I was like, he was so fucking excited, just excited as fuck, right? Excited to the point where he literally bent me over the table, pulled up my dress, and started and having sex with me. Unbeknown, I didn't even expect it, didn't even want it. I wasn't even wet, didn't want nothing from him. Um, and that made me mad. I was mad at him, and then I already knew he was about to propose. So I'm like, now, like I knew it. Like so, he proposed, whatever, and I tried to act excited. Tried to act excited. He was crying. I tried to cry. I couldn't conjure up any tears. I was trying to make it emotional. It just couldn't. It just wasn't, it was a great proposal. It was beautiful. But he was tearing up and stuff. He got on his knee and he proposed. And I'm like, I got the ring. So, that ain't the first time he did that. That ain't the first time he did that. He did that. I'm gonna get to that because we going through who the fuck did I almost marry? The trucker edition. Okay. Um, so after he proposed, we ended up going home. I ended up catching COVID. While I caught COVID, his power got shut off. I'm at home. He's at home. His power got shut off. Farting ass dog, bro. Farting ass dog, bro. So I almost catch COVID. I mean, I catch COVID. His power gets turned off. I'm like, well, let me talk to the power company. Let me see your bill. Let me see if I can help you. And he was like, I don't know. I don't think you got to do that. That's the red flag. You don't got to do that. Blah blah blah. And his lease was about to be up in May or April, June. His lease is up in June. So when we come home from Cancun, I catch COVID. I go to DC to the White House. Well, she trucking did. Yeah, I said yes. Um, I ended up going to DC with she trucking. They got invited to the White House. We did that whole thing. And then after I came back from DC, we had a trail ride. I went to the trail ride and I was showing Kim his friend's uh his friend's wife, Jerry's sister, the ring, and she didn't want to hear none of it. It seemed like she was jealous or upset or whatever, right? Her husband was flirting with me a lot. So I think that's why. So so then I was like, okay, well, she don't want to hear none of it, and we never went to a trail ride with them afterwards. And no, his power got turned off. Okay, I suck at telling stories. His power got turned off after he come back from Cancun, but the Cancun trip was free because Variant paid for it. Um, so I showed the pictures. We did the pictures. He paid for the pictures and stuff. He did a lot of stuff. Like eventually, I had to start paying. I paid for like the last day or something, and I paid for half. No, I paid for half the pictures or something like that. And we took like pictures in Cancun, like our engagement pictures. I never showed anybody those pictures. And the reason why is because I was embarrassed of his head, because he has a weird shaped head because he was a preemie and he has a developmental disability. And so I didn't want to show, but plus he says, he's an undercover agent on call for the FBI and he can't be on social media. So I was like, okay, I can't put the pictures up. But I can show y'all, since I got my tablet open, some of the photos. I'm about to show y'all all of them. I don't give a fuck if he could be on camera or not. The fuck? Who gives a fuck? Fuck that nigga. Fuck that bitch. Like motherfucking, what's his name? That song? Fuck that bitch. I need to listen to that song now. Come on. Google Photos. Cancun, Cancun, Cancun. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. That shit is in my head now. Playa del Carmen. I have an interest in life. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. All right. Y'all ready to see the pictures? All right, let's go. I tried to document the whole thing. So let's go. This is arriving in Cancun. There may be a consequence for doing that. Why you think I want to? Oh, it's not connected. Hold on. That's why I was doing all of that. Playa del Carmen. So this is what Variant paid for. It's pretty cool. I really didn't do a full video. I just put together clips. I got drunk. I stayed getting drunk. This is him. His baseball cap. knowing that I can't really put him on camera like that. I like this little area though. This is pretty cool. Okay, let's go to our. They had a koi pond. It was beautiful. This is him looking crazy. I love this little area. That's my favorite part of the whole resort was this little area. At night, these lights light up. That's a Hennessy bar, a tequila bar. It was never open the whole time we was there though. And the reason why he felt like he knew everything about Cancun is because he fucking went to Cancun with his ex. I found out later. This is the walkway to the beach. These little animals in the trees. They had these weird little animals. So let me see if I can go to. This is in the beach. White sand beach. It's so cool. He works in the custodial department. This is the day after it rained. No, this was the same day we got there. I was excited. It was some type of tide. I was so excited. There was some type of tide where like seaweed kept washing up on the beach. This was the first day, but by the end of the week, it was a whole bunch of seaweed washed up on the beach. Like the water was really dirty. Oh, you could kind of see the seaweed. It was a bad time of year for the water that year, and I was not trying to get in the water with all that seaweed. See, that's the seaweed right there. Yeah, that's the seaweed right there that washes up. It was disgusting. Look at it nighttime. So beautiful. I love that part. Like that was beautiful. Okay, let's see. Then we're gonna go to this is what he looks like. It's a girl. I love that picture. Why didn't I ever post that? This is our view from the hotel room. Kind of a little bit can see the ocean. This is our little dinner from with all the coworkers and stuff. Mm, This is our pictures that we took for the when we was getting ready for our. How come the thing ain't charging? Hold on. Need the phone to charge. I mean the tablet. Oh shit. The pen came out. Our engagement pictures. This is what he wore. And this is what I wore. And then here go the pictures. So we're gonna start from the beginning. That's how tall he was. I love this picture though. Come on. Let's turn this off so you can see it better. Well, this is the picture in black and white. Love that picture. Let me just say how bomb my makeup was though. Like bomb.com, boy. Love this picture. That thigh is thighin'. The thigh is thighin', y'all. I love that picture. No, I don't like short men. That's the only thing that I didn't get out of that whole thing was he was short. I might take him out of it and just have me like that or something. Love this picture. Love that picture. Love that picture though. That was a cute picture. I like all these pictures though. I chose them. I love this picture because look at my face though. Yes, I used to model. I was giving him tips on what to do and how to. I love this picture. It's beautiful. Okay, let's see. We were in the tub. This is the proposal. This is the beginning of the proposal. They was in the hot tub. I'm sitting there trying to pretend like I don't know what's about to happen, and then this is where he proposes. Yeah, he was proud because he ain't never pulled a female like me. I wish I would have brought the phone they had left. Like there's video of him cheating and his exes. He was talking to two women to propose. He was engaged to two women at the same time. So here's me trying to pretend like I Did not know he was about to propose to me. I just needed to play. Signal sucks. Dang, why don't I want to play? Just after the proposal. That's me trying to make tears happen, but they never came out. He got tears in his eyes, but I couldn't. I couldn't make tears come out. That's bad, huh? It's the ring. My nail was broke. I didn't want to show it. It's a beautiful ring. So then, this is weird. The weird animals I was talking about, and some pictures of your girl. I had a serious tan that day. I'm glad I got pictures though, like, of me at least. See, there he go. He was excited and ready to go. Got his tongue all out, all kind of stuff, dancing. This is after he proposed. This walkway to the beach at night. Beautiful, right? I wouldn't be mad living there. And then that's our last day. We went to let's see, March 26th. I think it was March 26th when I lost my vape. So well, I can't show y'all the rest of this stuff because there's pictures in here y'all can't see. But when I find it, then I'll show it to you. Congratulations, you managed to feat that many of us want but won't accomplish in this lifetime. Married. I didn't get married. I wish. Didn't get married, bro. So that happened. So then, like I said, we come back from Cancun and March, April. We come back from Cancun and I get COVID. I recover from COVID. We go to I go to DC and then his power ended up getting turned off and then we end up his lease ends up ending in June and he ends up moving in with me because I wasn't gonna move in with him because I got a house. He had an apartment. So then that's how all of that stuff started. And then um, I get back on the road. I get on the road, and while I'm on the road, he at home in my house, changing stuff around, throwing stuff away. And I'm like, bro, like you couldn't even talk to me first. You had to throw the shit away, right? And that's where I was getting upset because why are you throwing my stuff away? And he moving my furniture around. And he was like, I'm just trying to clean up because, like I said, he's anal for cleanliness, and he's trying to clean up. So I'm on the road, we talking, and then we have a conversation about like, what are you gonna do about the kids? Like, if they start acting up and stuff, how are you gonna handle them and stuff like that? And he would never want to answer the question, and it just it was just weird. But what? Y'all used to have my house fucked up. I'm about to send these pictures to the kids. That's crazy. Anywho, so I'm sorry. He need to clean his bald head. Do I miss him? No, I don't miss him. That's why I'm telling this story. Who the fuck did I almost marry? Okay, so he moves in. That happens. I get back on the road. We have a conversation about kids and finances. I never really got a full like answer out of him, and we just never really got to visit that conversation. So eventually, I'm thinking like he's not my type, and I don't want to marry him because I'm going to cheat on him. I'm not attracted to him like that. Like I thought I can be with somebody who treats me well. I thought I could be with somebody who treats me like a queen and worships the ground that I walk on, but I'm not attracted to him like that. And I was struggling with that. And then um I didn't catch on to it. I was coming home like every 2 weeks. And I didn't catch on to how when we would have sex, this is exactly how it goes down. I haven't seen that girl's videos on Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So I don't know how detailed she get in her stuff, but how it goes down is he would he would get hard. He want to eat me out because he know that he's gonna come hella fast. I caught on to that. I was like, I don't want to always be eating out. I want some penetration too. Men who don't know how to have sex don't know how to do it well. That's all they want to do. Like I don't mind it, but I want the whole shebang or whatever. So anywho, he'll get hard. He'll put it in. He'll pump like 2 or 3 times, and then he'll pull out, and he'll be like, "I got a Charlie horse," or "I have to pee," or whatever the situation is. But I've learned that he had nutted after like 2 or 3 pumps. Like literally, it didn't even start getting good. It literally, you put it in, bump, 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 and I'm like, okay, he got a Charlie horse. Like I still ain't got the red light. It's still green, y'all. I'm gonna be here all motherfucking night, bro. Oh my god. I just realized that. I got the green light. The dude next to me, I don't know what light he got. I think his light green too. I can't tell. I can't see in his mirrors. Anywho, so then afterwards he wanted to eat me out so I can come, and I'm like, I'm good, because I don't want to just be eaten out. And so it got to the point where I don't even want to have sex with him no more, because I'm not getting any type of enjoyment. He's literally getting his nut, and I'm not getting nothing. And so he'll try to get it hard again, and he ain't getting hard again. And that's that. So that keeps happening. So I would literally come home after being on the road, horny as hell, ready to have sex with my man, and don't get shit. So I go back on the road, horny as hell, ain't got nothing. Mad, pissed the fuck off because I got dick at home that I can't fuck on. Pissed, pissed. I mean, when I say pissed, it's an understatement. Cause you got live-in dick and you can't get none of it. Like you can't even enjoy it. Like that shit is torture. Okay, if you like sex, that's torture. So I'm like, man. So I thought about cheating on him. I'm never gonna admit if I did or not. If I did, I'm never gonna tell nobody. And if I didn't, I'm never gonna tell nobody. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. But it did cross my mind, and that's just what it was. So um, I had a conversation. Then we got in a car accident. We got in the car. One time I came home on home time. We got in a car accident, and I was in the passenger side. We were on our way. I don't remember where we was on our way to. I think I was going to work with him. I think I was going to work with him, and we got in a car accident. Messed up my wrists and my hands and my shoulder and my hip. So I was out of work for like 4 months, and I was getting short-term disability. He was getting nothing, but the company fired him because he was out of work for so long. Excuse me. So, he lost his job. So now there's no income coming in. Only thing that's coming in is my 1,500 a week short-term disability. And that's based on how much you made that year. I was happy. Shit, 1,500 a week and I don't gotta work. That's great, right? Guaranteed 1,500 a week. And he would get mad. Like I was trying to start a business at that time. Like I was like, okay, maybe this is the time I could try to start my business. So he would get mad the way when he comes home from work, I'm in my office. Like I was trying to do third party recruiting at the time. And he would get mad when he came home from work. I'm in my office. Like, I want to spend time with you and you in your office. And I'm like, I'm not gonna just stop working just because you came home. Like, I'm trying to start a business. And so what he really meant was he wanted to have sex. I wasn't inclined to have sex with him because what was I gonna get out of it? Nothing. So I kind of understand where he's coming from, but I wasn't trying to hear none of it because I ain't want him. And then I was like, okay, fine. I'll make it a point to when he gets home from work. Of course, the food was cooked. There was dinner already cooked and everything. I cooked dinner, everything is ready to go. I just went back into the office and started working. So now I made it a point to every time he came home, I'll be done with everything and I could spend only time with him. And all he wanted to do is sit in the room and watch TV. I don't want to sit in my room. I got a whole house. Let's go sit downstairs. Why are we sitting in the room watching TV? We got a whole living room. We can watch TV. The kids are upstairs in their room. Ain't nobody in the living room. Why we can't be downstairs watching TV, cooking, doing whatever? Like I don't want to just sit in my room all the time. And he want to sit in the room watch TV. And then the shit that I want to watch, he don't want to watch. I love court stuff and real crime, true crime, and stuff like that. And he was like, I don't want to watch the stuff that I do all day. I do this stuff all the time. I don't want to watch it. And I'm like, well, I'm totally into the shit. If it says FBI or CIA or spy in it, I definitely want to watch it. And he don't want to watch none of it. So he only want to watch sports or old shit like Yellowstone or old shit. Like I'm not 51 years old, bro. I don't want to watch that shit. And he don't like to watch the shit that I watch because it's too young. So we didn't even get along when it came to watching shit on TV. So, um, eventually my short term turned into long term disability, and I had to go back to work because they was only gonna pay me like 600 a month. Like, no, can't do that. Gotta go back to work. He gets mad because he don't want me to go back to work. He want me to stay home with him. So the yard dog is getting under a trailer that's way too low for his trailer, for his tractor to get under. He's trying to get under it, so he gotta hike up the landing gear. Yeah, bro. Your tires can't even get up under it. It's too low. I felt somebody touch my trailer, but I got a green light still. Anywho, I go back to work, um, and then a month later, Bear dies. Now, when I was on the road, he felt like Bear should be outside. Bear is not an inside dog. Bear is an outside dog, and he needs to be outside. And I'm like, absolutely not. Bear is not an outside dog. As long as I've been with him, as long as I had Bear, Bear has been inside. You're not taking my dog and putting him outside. That's not gonna happen. I feel like he didn't respect Bear. Like he didn't care about Bear if Bear lived or died. So Bear died. Y'all was there when that happened, and he wasn't trying to help. Oh, fast rewind, rewind. My birthday, May, my first birthday, before he moved in, while we was dating. Red flag, the biggest fucking red flag. I'm mad that I didn't catch on to this, but this is a pattern that he's been having. Like in hindsight, this is the pattern that I've learned from him. So we planned, me and Adriana planned a trip to go to the cheesecake factory. I mean, to go to the sugar factory in Dallas. We were gonna get a Turo. No, we were going to use his car and my car. We were all gonna go to the sugar factory and get an Airbnb in Dallas. He was gonna pay half. I was gonna pay half. Adriana, well, everybody's gonna pitch in. So at the last minute, he says he can't go because he got to go to work. The FBI called him in, and he got to go. We call it underground, where he's working undercover. And supposedly his undercover work is basically, this is an example I used to give. People like El Chapo are getting ready to get arrested. Some big drug wig, some big cartel leader, or somebody in the cartel, um, somebody affiliated with the cartel or whatever, they're getting ready to make an arrest on, and that's when they call him in because he's part of the undercover arrest team. Like they do stakeouts and stuff like that. So he got called in, and that happened, and he was supposed to give me the money. Then if we couldn't use his car, we had to rent a car because we needed two cars because one car wasn't going to take everybody, and his car was supposed to be the second car. But since he's not going, now we got to rent one. So he was supposed to send me the money, but he ain't send me the money, right? So we get there. I'm getting ready to pay for the food. I call him, and I'm like, "You gonna send me the money?" He was like, "I sent it to you." I was like, "I didn't get it." He was like, "I sent it to you." He never fucking sent me the money. He lied. He lied and said he sent it, but he never sent the money. That was like, that's a trend that he kept doing. Every time he was supposed to send money or do something with money, he would say he did it already, but he never did. So I ended up having to spend my bill money that I was going to put on my bills to pay for that trip. Luckily, I was an ambassador that time, and I had drivers getting starting orientation, so I was going to get like three, four, $5,000 on my check, so I wasn't tripping. But it's just the thought, like, dude, what? Like do what you say you was gonna do. Like you said that you was gonna pay part of it. The whole trip was a plan based on you being a part of this, and now you're not gonna be a part of it, and now I gotta flip the whole shit. That shit, the sugar factory is not cheap. So that happened, and that's that. So now fast forward, I'm on the truck or whatever. He wants me to come home every 2 weeks. Come home every 2 weeks, and just like he'll be in the garage and he would throw a lot of shit away that's mine. And I'm like, why are you throwing my shit away? And he'll say something like, it's trash. You haven't done nothing with it. Obviously, I'm a whole fucking truck driver. When I got time to do anything with anything? I'm literally a truck driver. I don't have time. I just moved into this house. I don't have time to um I don't have time to nah, I don't want to suck his dick. He's uncircumcised. I wasn't gonna do that. That wasn't happening. Trucking lounging Ken. Not at all. Um Anywho, like don't throw my shit away because I haven't had a chance to unpack. So don't throw it away. It's not trash. It's just I haven't had a chance to unpack. And that really pissed me off that he would do that. Bear died and he said that he would help with the whole, you know, funeral and all that, but he didn't even help with that. I think he said he would pay half and he only gave me like $100. Um he didn't care about Bear any motherfucking way. And I think it was better that Bear wasn't even alive anyway, because they wasn't taking care of him anyway. That's why Nigel is on the truck with me right now. My baby, huh? So, um, I end up driving or whatever, doing all of that. My birthday, second birthday happens, right? So we get engaged. And now after we get engaged, we come back from Cancun. Now he want to visit all his friends and family and tell everybody about the engagement. And everybody is telling me how he's a good guy. He's an awesome man. He's a good man. He's a good man. Like they all vouch that he's a great fucking man. And I'm feeling good. Like, okay, cool. He's a good guy. And he got good friends. Like he got some solid friends. Like his best man for his last wedding that he had and all of that. We had good times, right? And one of his friends drove all the way from Nacogdoches or Jasper or something like that for my birthday to come visit me for my birthday. Everybody else that I invited, that was his friends, didn't show up. They're the only people that showed up, which was another red flag. Like, why your friends ain't showing up to your fiance's birthday right after y'all had got proposed and engaged? This is kind of like an engagement birthday party, right? Nobody showed up. I asked Miss Jerry and Kim, his friend, wife, and Miss Jerry, her sister, to be my um, best late bridesmaids and maid of honor. They said yes, and then later they backed out. They didn't want to be the maid of honor anymore. And I'm like, why nobody want to fuck with him? Like, why nobody fucking with him like that? So I didn't think nothing of it. I just caught offense to it. Like, that's fucked up, right? So for my birthday, I just bought my house, my first birthday in my house, and nobody. So the sugar factory was Adriana's birthday. Her birthday is May 12th. My birthday is May 20th. And Myra's birthday is May 29th. So for my birthday, we decided to stay at the house. I just wanted to I wanted to recreate when we met. I wanted to have a bonfire, barbecue, set up the tent with the lights and in the backyard because my backyard is huge. And I just wanted to have like a little backyard, intimate backyard party. And I got drunk as fuck that day. Drunk as shit. Drunk as shit. I was throwing up in my backyard, bro. Throwing up in the backyard, bro. I was throwing up. And he helped me. He got me upstairs. He got me undressed. He ran some bath water for me, washed me up, put me in the bed, and made sure I was good. Like he was good at taking care of you, right? And I go back to work. So that's May. July we got in a car accident. We're out of work for all that time. I go back to work, and then um February rolls around. Valentine's Day. I come home. Now his birthday came around. Well, his birthday is October 4th. That was when we was gonna get engaged. I mean, get married on his birthday. And he didn't have the money to put any down payments on anything. I ain't had the money. So I found a venue. I found the dress that I wanted. But the thing was, every time I said I wanted something or something, it could be something small. He didn't have the money to do it. He'll say he would do it, but when it was time to pay for it, it never happened. And I'm like, I'm just tired of getting my hopes up. So I'm done like hoping that he's gonna do what he say he's gonna do because he's not gonna do it. So um on his birthday, I invited all of his friends and our neighbors to a dinner. I cooked dinner. I made stuffed salmon. The salmon was stuffed with seafood stuffing and pasta. I don't remember. So macaroni and cheese and I think asparagus because he likes asparagus, bacon wrapped asparagus. I cooked all of that for him for his birthday. Nobody showed up but the neighbors. And then his friends showed up. I was like, damn, just like my birthday. Um, so then get back to work and all of that stuff. And now it's that night we tried to have sex and again 2 or 3 pumps and then he's done. So then Valentine's Day rolls around. I ended up being in Houston for Valentine's Day, so I was able to go home. And he was like, "Get dressed. We're gonna go. You could choose Galveston or Dallas." And I said Galveston. Galveston had the Mardi Gras stuff, and the Mardi Gras. Oh shit! I missed a whole bunch of comments. Hold on. Did I fall for him because he's an agent? That was part of it. Because he's a really nice guy. He's like a vanilla guy. But I was like, okay, he got a little street cred. He got a little toughness to him because he's an agent. So I'm like, okay. I always felt like my husband was going to be a FBI agent, a lawyer, or a cop or something. So that, yeah. Sound like his job was all caps. We had to tell the cartel to only ship over that 100% pure. He made a lot of concessions for this guy. I remember you went live that day. Beautiful woman and educator. I think I would have capped too just to be in your presence too. I would have told you that I had 7 figures and I was an astronaut. I think that's what he did. Because that first night when we talked at the trail ride, we had talked about finances. I said, "Look, I make at least about 100,000 a year, between 80 and 100,000 a year. How much do you make?" And he was like, "I make about that too, between the two jobs, the FBI and the electrician stuff. I make that about that too. So I'm expecting him to make the same amount I make." So anywho, Valentine's Day we go to Galveston. We get a hotel room. Now he ain't have none of this planned. On the way there, then he's talking about let's get a hotel room or Airbnb. I was like, let's get Airbnb. It's cheaper. We got the Airbnb, but they canceled on us because we checked in too late. So we had to get a hotel room. We got a hotel room. Everything was good with the hotel room. The next day, we did the whole Mardi Gras stuff. And it was beautiful. It was cool. It was cool. It was fun, whatever. Then that night, he pulled out 2 nipple clamps, a nipple clamp that clamps to my clit, and some handcuffs and some dice. Because before that, he wanted to go to a sex store because he's trying to spice up our sex life. He never showed me his badge, but one time when he was out on assignment, he had got shot. They called me and told me he was in the hospital. And then afterwards, I was able to FaceTime him and I saw the wound. Um, it was a black bandage, some type of black tactical bandages that they have to use. So I was like, okay, seems legit. I saw his gun. That's all I saw. Um, and his tactical bag and uniform. That's all I saw. It was all black stuff. So I don't think that he even But I don't know, like I questioned that and he would never really answer the questions because I'm like, how do you leave the house fully dressed in regular clothes and then where do you go? Like where's your badge at? Where I know your gun is with you, but where's your badge at? Like y'all have a meetup, a rendezvous area. Okay, I got that. But when do you change clothes and when do you go pick your badge up if they call you in the middle of the night? Like how does that happen? But he never answered that question. So then so he got the nipple clamps, the clamps to the clit, and he went and dice and stuff. And like I said, he wanted to go to the sex store and buy stuff to spice up our relationship. Because at this point, I'm telling him like, you need to do something. Like, I'm not. I'm getting to a point where I'm not attracted to you because you don't even make sure I'm satisfied. Like you get your nut after 2 or 3 pumps and I don't get nothing out of it. And it probably is because you're taking blood pressure medicine, but you need to get that. Maybe you need to go to the doctor and see if they could change your dosage or give you a different medicine because it's affecting our sex life. And this is what I found out during the time we was at home together when we had that accident. He was like, "There's nothing wrong with me." Then he had sleep apnea, and he would fall asleep. This shit would piss me the fuck off. He would fall asleep. He'll stop breathing. He snores, right? So he'll be snoring, 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 keeps me awake. Then he'll stop breathing. I'll fall asleep. Then he'll go really loud because he's catching his breath with the snore and it wakes me up. And this happens multiple times a night. So I started sleeping in my other room because I need, especially if it's the night before I have to drive. And he would get mad talking about, we're supposed to be together through sickness and health. Why would you sleep in the other room? You make it seem like you don't want to sleep with me. And I'm like, it's not that I don't want to sleep with you. It's I gotta get some rest because I gotta drive, and your snoring is keeping me up. He was like, well, you snore too. And I'm like, bro, I'm not pointing fingers at you saying you snore and blah blah blah. I'm saying I understand that you snore and normally it don't bother me, but the night before I gotta drive, I need to sleep, and I can't because it's keeping me up. He was like, well, you should stay in the room with me. I was like, so you want me? I want to get this right. You want me to stay in the bed, sleep next to you, even though I can't sleep? He was like, yes. Fuck no, I'm not doing that shit. The fuck is wrong with you? So he got mad because I was sleeping in the other room. Now he got it made it up in his head that I don't want to sleep next to him. So we're in this hotel room and we're talking to, he's trying to spice up the shit. He never went to the doctor to get the stuff for the the dysfunction. He got vitamins. The vitamins ain't helping, bro. You need some Viagra or you need to change your fucking pills. And I was like, I hope he don't get no Viagra because I don't even want to fuck him like that. So if he wants to have sex, I'm cool with it as long as he can stay hard long enough to satisfy me. But I don't need no Viagra sex. I don't want that from him. Like, no, I don't want him that bad for to have no Viagra sex. I just need enough to get my nut off too, and then go about your business. So I tried to turn the cheek and try to turn a new page and think positive. This is Valentine's Day. We're gonna have a good night. Literally 2 pumps and done. Valentine's Day. I and he fell asleep. I got no nut, nothing. I'm pissed. Like I was so mad. The whole next day I was upset. I was pissed off the whole next day. Like I got nothing. It's Valentine's Day. I didn't even get a nut on Valentine's Day with my whole dude. Like I was pissed. And that's when I realized I'm not fucking him no more. I'm not having sex with him no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That's when I started talking to y'all about it on YouTube. How is he getting loaded before me? And he parked after me. And the one next to him getting loaded too. How are these people getting loaded and I'm still on the green light? So I've been here since 5. I've been in the dock since 8. So I decided I'm not about to sleep with him no more. I'm done. Like, and I was like, I'm probably gonna end up cheating on him for real, for real. Because like I said, the medicine that I take makes me super horny, and I just I need a nut. Like I need to have sex. And going home and just getting toyed with and not getting nothing, it wasn't. I couldn't do it. So I told him like we need to fix this, or I'm not going to have sex with him no more. So then that happened. So then that's February last year, a year ago. Since then, so February, March, April, May, June, July. July, I'm like, okay, I want to wait. Nope, we had a Vegas trip. So February that happened. May, hold on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, hey, you bitch. You saw me, you little mother. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. This man looked dead me in my motherfucking eye. I'm telling him to come here and he gonna go the other way. You little hoe. I swear to God, I'm glad I don't got a gun because I probably would have shot that motherfucker. My anger is too terrible. Anywho, so February, May, we go to Vegas. Yeah, I thought my JJ was good to him. Hell, motherfucker, yeah, I think it's good. And I think he got in that shit and nutted fast because it's good. Yes, but still, you better masturbate or some shit first before you put your shit inside of me so you can last long. So May, we go to Vegas, but before we go to Vegas, mind you, I was coming home every 2 weeks. So every time I came home, I would check on the bills to see if the shit got paid. I was like, "Did you pay the water bill?" He was like, "Yeah, I paid the water bill." "Did you pay the water bill?" "Yeah, I paid the water bill." So a week before we go to, or probably a couple, probably I think the day before we was scheduled to leave to go to Vegas, I get a phone call from the fucking water company. This is May, mind you. He said, "That's not the problem because I gave him head one time, and as soon as I put my, that was Valentine's Day. We ain't got there yet. So rewind. We're doing the May part. The May before, that was the May before Valentine's Day. Right after my birthday, or June or July, one of them months. But the lady called me from the water company talking about they ain't got a payment in 6 months or 3 months. I don't remember, but and they never got the last time they got a payment was when I went in there and paid it. And I asked him, I said, "I thought you paid the water bill. I've been coming home asking you if you paid the water bill. You said yes, but now but they called me and said that you didn't pay it." And they was like, he was like, "I did pay it. I did pay it. I did pay it," and he ain't paid the shit. So that was another red flag. So that's now I'm thinking, now what the fuck, right? So I'm like, look, if you're gonna stay here in this house, you need to pay some bills. You can't stay here for free. Because I had a conversation. So in between that, I had a conversation with my friend. Like after that May thing, before February, um, I was like talking to a friend, and I was like, look, we're having sex problems, we having bill problems, and I don't know what to do. Like I'm trying to stick it out. And he was like, basically, the man living there, he's getting fucked for free. He get to fuck, he get to eat. He's living in a big ass house. He don't got to pay no bills. And the only thing he got to do is just take the kids to school. He got it made. You got to change that shit. And I'm like, bro, that's true. So that's when we had the conversation. Like, you need to pay some bills. So, you want some water? You be drinking the fuck out of some water, bro. You drink like a gallon. She drink like a gallon of water a day. I'm supposed to drink a gallon of water a day. So I told him he need to pay the bills, and when with the water bill, he was like, "Oh my God, this man about to hit the shit." Bro, you go fucking hit the shit. Okay, so he said I paid it, I paid it, I paid it, and then he ain't paid the shit. So eventually he paid it. We went to Vegas. There was a dude there in Vegas who's working for the company that I wanted really bad. Been wanting this man. I think he's gay. After the fact, because I was going like, yeah, I think he's gay. I don't never see him with no females. I always see him with niggas. Every picture he takes is with niggas. I was trying to throw the pussy at him. He ain't take it. I think he's gay. Anywho, he was in Vegas with us, and I wanted him. And I'm like, that's bad. That I got a whole fiance here with me, and we in Vegas, and I want a whole nother man. I didn't do nothing though. Kept it cool, and I stayed a faithful fiance. So then, that first night he gets drunk, and we get back to the room. I'm drunk as shit too. We both drunk as shit. I don't know how we got to the room, but we got drunk as fuck. I get to the room, and I lay on the bed, and the next thing I know, he's on top of me, fucking the shit out of me. And then he's done. He nuts, and then he rolls over, goes to sleep. I didn't even know, like, I didn't even invite it and initiate it, nothing. He just took advantage and did it. And it lasted long. Like, that would have been some bomb ass sex had I fucking knew it was gonna happen and I wasn't drunk out of my fucking mind. Like, that would have been some good ass. That's the best he has ever been the whole entire relationship. Like, why you can't be like this all the time? But I was drunk, so I didn't even get to enjoy it. I think I threw up right afterwards. So I was mad because I didn't even enjoy. I didn't get to enjoy it, and I was mad because he did it without me. Like, it wasn't a mutual thing, right? And so now I'm seeing that pattern. And um, then now he's saying I can go hang out with my friends and he'll stay at the hotel room because he tore his ACL in both of his knees, so he can't walk a lot. And then so then that was that time, and everything was cool, but he was just acting really crazy and like he let loose when he go out and he let loose. He be letting loose like a motherfucker. Ooh, that was really fucking close, bro. Oh my god. Ooh, that was close. He was like that close to that motherfucking pole. Look, it's gonna be interesting. Oh my god. Just stay like that. Please don't try to get under the trailer. You good? So while we watching that, I'll tell the rest of the story. So then we had a trip to Chattanooga. The company invited us to Chattanooga. We went to Chattanooga, and there I was mad at him for something, and I was ignoring him. And um, in front of all of my coworkers, we was at Top Golf, and in front of all of my coworkers, he walks off to the side and starts crying. And I'm like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you crying?" Because I'm ignoring him at this point. I'm not even trying to talk to him. Like, I don't got shit to say to this man. I was pissed off at him for something. I don't remember what it was. And he cries and talking about his dad got cancer. He just found out his dad got cancer. So I was like, okay, well, do you want to leave? Do you want to like go go home? And he was like, no, I don't want to go home. We can stay here. And I just bring that up because I felt like that's one of his lies. I think he lied about that. I don't think his dad got cancer. So fast forward to February now, Valentine's Day last year. Got the nipple clamps and stuff, and um, I'm trying to spice up our relationship. And I give him head. He like I'm not gonna demonstrate. I tried to. As soon as I put my mouth around the tip, he said stop. I stopped. And then as soon as I got put, like literally, my mouth was around the tip. It wasn't even in. It was just right there. He said stop. I'm just starting. And he nuts. As soon as I take my mouth off of it, he nuts. And he just slid his tandem back to. I mean, he slid it forward. So after he nuts, he gets hard again. He tries to get hard again. He couldn't. So he puts the nipple clamps on me and stuff, and he tries to get hard again, and he couldn't. And then um he finally gets hard enough to try to put it in a little bit. And as soon as he put it in, he got like 5 strokes in, and then he came. And I'm like, bro, I'm so through with this shit. So then fast forward to the power got shut off. I'm on the road, and the kid's like, the power's off. That's a bill he was in charge of. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he was like, I paid the power bill. I paid it. I was like, well, why is it off? Because he didn't. Because the power bill is like 300 and something dollars. The past due is like 100 and something dollars. So that means he ain't paid the power bill in like 2 months or 3 months, and he only paid like $50 on it. $50 here, $30 there. You got to pay the whole past due for it not to get shut off. And then when you do pay the past due, every time it gets shut off, you got to pay $50 to get it shut back on. So if the past due is 150, you got to pay 200. He's only giving me 150 because he don't have the full 200. That's an example. So I'm like, bro. So we're having bill issues. Eventually, we get caught up on the bills. Everything is good. So we're gonna fast forward to July. July, everything is good. Now I'm like, okay, I need to I want to get off the truck and try to rekindle our relationship and try to make things better. He got some pills for the sex stuff. He even went to the doctor. The bills are getting paid. Now let's try to get shit done. Before that, I come home for a home time one time. Oh wait, rewind. Over the road, when they called me about the power, we're talking. We had an argument that night, and this man said to me over the phone, he was like, "If you was here right now, I'd probably hit you." And I was like, "Oh, so you gonna hit me? You gonna put your hands on me? That's what you gonna do?" And I never would forget that he said that to me. And I was like, "So now you threatening me? What makes it think it's okay for you to threaten me, knowing the shit that I've been through? And now you think it's okay to just threaten me?" So I said, "I'm not coming home. I was supposed to come home for home time." And I'm like, "I'm not even coming home now. Like, I'm literally scared to come home because you're literally threatening me. Like, I'm scared to come home." Eventually, I came home. I went home anyway on home time. And on home time, we was in our neighbor's garage and we're talking, and she was she was asking for some help with something, and I was trying to help her, and he was like, "She don't need no help." And I'm like, "Well, how are you to tell me she don't need no help?" And I don't remember what happened, but he was there was like a long table, and he was on this side of the table, I'm on this side of the table. Like if it's a long table, he's over here and I'm over here. And he was like, "I'll come over this table on you." And I'm like, "Yo, what?" So do it then. Come over this table on me and see what the fuck happened to you. Cause I promise you, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Um, and I eventually left and went home. And when we got home, then he wants to argue and shit. Again, we were drinking. I'm drunk. He's drunk. So I don't even feel like arguing because I don't even know what the fuck to say because I'm just drunk. And he grabs my arm and he doesn't want me to leave. He's trying to keep me from going upstairs. And I was like, let go of my arm. And he won't let go of my arm. I'm like, bro, let go of my fucking arm. He ain't trying to let go of my arm. I said, if you don't let fucking close, bro, look. I don't know how he gonna get out of that. He about to hit two shits. I'm like, let go of my arm, let go of my arm. So eventually he lets go of my arm. I go upstairs. I go to sleep. And then the next morning, I wake up to him fucking me, like having sex with me. And he was on top of me, having sex with me. And then he rolls over and he goes to sleep. So at this point, I'm like, he just raped me. I didn't say nothing about it. I felt violated. Like that was the first time I really felt violated. I felt like I was raped. And it bothered the fuck out of me. Like, oh my God, this bro about to hit this shit. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. What time is it? I'm just gonna take my medicine. And it really it bothered me so much to the point where like I can't even. I told him about it, and then I laid out everything, and I was like, "We're having problems with this. We're having problems with this. We're having problems with this. This is how you made me feel when you said this. This is how you made me feel when you did this. You basically raped me and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "This has to stop. Like, what are we doing? Mm, why do I feel sick? Ugh." So then, um, I can get it in the whole form. Let me do it. I could do it. You should let me do it. He needs to be all the way on that side, and then he needs to do a 90. So July come around, and at this point, the bills are good, everything is good, and I'm ready to get off the truck. What did I eat? Because I just burped and I tasted something, and it tastes like my stomach is. I got sour stomach. What did I eat? I had a chicken sandwich from Carl's Jr. It's a soda. So why is my stomach doing this? And some almonds. Hmm. Okay. So anywho, so I was like, look, you want me home to spend time with you, and I want to get off the truck to be a mom to Jaden and go to his games and stuff. I want to start a business. We're in a good position with our bills and stuff. So, what do you think about me starting this recruiting business and dispatching? I've done all the research and stuff like that. What do you think? And he was like, I think it's a good idea. Now, when we met, he wanted to do hot shot. He was asking me how could he get a CDL and we could do hot shot and getting trailers. His dad got good credit and was gonna get a truck and a trailer for us and all of that. So we were getting ready to do all of that. I was teaching him how he can get his CDL and stuff. So I was like, well, we can have a whole business. Like I could dispatch you and you could do the hot shot and we could just do that, right? And so that we had a plan. And I was like, but you got to be able to cover the bills and stuff if you're going to um you got to be able to cover the bills like the mortgage and stuff while until I can make some money. And he was like, cool, I got you. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in and we will and I'll come home and we'll do this dispatching stuff. And then you'll be getting your CDL and we'll do that. So I put my 2 weeks in and get off the truck. I try to do all of that. And during the time that I was home, he was mad that I would be in the room in the office trying to start this business. I'm like, we don't got time to play. We don't got no time to play. We don't got no time to spare. Like I gotta 24/7. I gotta be working on this so I can generate some income. Because I'm already knowing he can't afford all these bills by himself. So I do that, and he's mad that I'm doing this, and I'm like, now August rent mortgage is up. You ain't paid August mortgage. My car broke down. When my car broke down, I was like, I need to use your truck so I can pick the boys up from school and take them to school because he leaves for work at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I can't do I can, he can, they can't be on campus before 6. And he was like, I'm gonna just drop them off, and then they're gonna have to wait on campus. I was like, just let me use your car. I'll drop you off at work, drop them off at school. I can go grocery shopping and do whatever. He ain't want me to use his car, but my car is in the shop. So now one day he came home, he had gave me $1,000. So I saved that $1,000, but then I had a doctor's appointment, and my copay was 350. So I took the 350 out of the 1,000, paid the doctor's appointment. Then the rest of the money, no, it was 300. So I had 700 left, and my car went into the shop. The car insurance is due, and I'm like, okay, so like, what do I do? And I was like, I'm gonna use the 700 to pay to get the car out the shop since you won't let me use your car. And he was like, you can't, you that money is for the mortgage, and you can't use that money to get the car out the shop, and you got to ask me before you spend my money, and blah blah blah. I was like, motherfucker, what? Your money? You gave me this for the mortgage, and the mortgage is 18, not 1,000. And I still got to put gas in the car. I still had my doctor's appointment. I had to fucking spend some money out of this. Now my car is in the shop. You won't let me use your car, so what car am I gonna use? I got to get my car out the shop, and he wouldn't even let me use his car. So eventually, when he kept talking about it's his money and what I can do with his money and what I can and can't spend with his money, I gave him the money back. I was like, here go your fucking $700. Because there's not ever going to be a time when a man is going to tell me what the fuck I can and can't do with the money that's in my motherfucking pocket. Ever. So here you go. Take your little fucking mingy ass $700 back. I'll figure it out. So I gave him his money back. He paid to get my car out the shop. So then that happened. The mortgage still didn't get paid. September rolled around. The mortgage didn't get paid. I'm like, when are you gonna pay the mortgage? I'll pay it when I get it. The power got shut off, so we had to pay that to get it shut back on and shit like that. And then I was like, I gotta go back to work because this nigga obviously can't do it. He can't even hold it down, like he said he would. He can't even hold the shit down. So I get back on the road on October 4th, his birthday. Well, I left on October 3rd. October 4th was a Monday. I forgot it was his birthday. I totally forgot. I wasn't even thinking about his birthday. I'm thinking about the mortgage got to be paid because we just got the mortgage back in good standings. We modified and all of that, and we just got back in good standing. So I'm not trying to get behind again. So I need to get back to work so I can drive, and I'm gonna be a trainer. So I got back to work, and I was like, after orientation, I'm gonna be a trainer. So my first week back at work, I had no money. I was dead broke. My period started. I didn't have money for pads. Eventually was able to scrape up some money to get some pads. And I also got a I got put on I put myself on birth control, the type that I won't have a period, because again, it can't hurt to not have a period being over the road. And I don't have to worry about pads. So the birth control got shipped to the house. I get home. He's thinking I'm out here fucking people because I got birth control. I'm like, that's not, no, that's not what's happening. I'm not out here fucking people. I'm just, I'm literally, not, I didn't have the money for pads. So now he's convinced that I got a whole man out here and I'm having sex. So, um, that first week in October, I get a preventable. Now I can't train. So now I'm like, what the fuck, bro? We're 2 months past doing the mortgage. Car insurance is due. The car note is due. The power bill is due. Like all these bills are due. Everything is fucking due. And I don't know what the fuck he's doing while he's not paying it. So I was like, I need the team. Because in the process of all of that happened, I was able to catch up on everything but the mortgage. So all I needed to pay was the 1826 for August, the 1826 for September, and then and it's October. So I was like, maybe I could team and then I could make the money to do that. So my first teammate didn't work. The second teammate, I was able to make the money to pay August mortgage. So then I just still had September. So I was like, okay, but then it's October, but by November I was able to pay August, and then there's Thanksgiving. Then December I was like, okay, I got a new teammate. Let's make this happen. And I could pay September's mortgage. And then I was behind from going home in November. So I was like, well, I got a teammate. We're going to come back from Christmas and then we're going to just bang it out. And I'll be able to pay September and October and then be caught up. Teammate quit. So now I only got August. I don't have September. I don't have October. It's a new month, right? I don't have October. I don't have November. And I don't have December. So now I'm 4 months behind because during those 4 months, teammates kept getting on and off the truck. I kept losing money because every time somebody would get seated on a truck, that whole process, my check would end up being like $300. So we had the holidays, and then I'm getting $300 checks. So I was totally fucked, and I was like, dude, like, and I'm like asking him. So I went home in December. This is when I decided I'm done with him, and he got to move out my house. I said, when you gonna pay? Give me the money for the mortgage. He was like, give it to you the next pay period. The next pay period was Christmas Eve. I was at home. I asked him, did he have the money? He said no. And I walked away. We got in an argument. My mom was like, I was at the bank with him when he went to go get the money, and he didn't know that his account was overdrawn. He always talking about his account is overdrawn. Every time he's supposed to pay the mortgage, his account got hacked. His account, somebody took more money out than they were supposed to. It was always an issue because of the bank. It was always an issue. So then, um, I walked away because I didn't want to argue. Like I already knew what he was gonna say, and he wasn't gonna have the money. And when I walked away, he followed me upstairs, threatening to put his hands on me again. He said it in front of my son, and I was like, "This is the point where I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with this relationship. I'm done with all of this." Eventually, um, who can get blocked? If you're seeing this, but don't be depressed. I look all the stuff that I'm going through in my little family life. I've been there. It get hard, but reach out to some people. Um, so I was like, I'm not coming home until I pay all of the bills. I'm not coming home at all. And I was done. And then me and Adriana had a conversation. She was supposed to move in at the end of March, at the end of February. And I was like, okay, well, since she's gonna move in at the end of February, then I was like, okay, well, um, maybe he can move out by March when he get his income tax, and I don't have to evict him because I don't want to make it awkward. But Adriana ended up not moving in. She's not going to move in. She decided she wanted to get her own apartment. She was going to move in to help with the bills and help take over the bills that he was paying and take care of the house while I'm on the road. But she ended up, in her little selfish ways, to not do that. I thought that he was going to stay because he wasn't showing any signs of leaving. He had lost his job, apparently. That's what his mom told me. And he hadn't been home. Then I come home that Saturday and he's moving his stuff out. And then he was going to tell me, and y'all saw it on live, everything that happened. And I ain't heard from him since. That's in a nutshell my relationship with him. Who the fuck did I almost marry? And um, where I'm at currently is 30 days behind on my car note. I am shit. The boys are working, so they're helping with some of the bills. I don't even know if they paid the power bill, but I gotta check on that because I totally forgot. I don't even know if they paid it. Shit. I'm probably like 30 days behind on the water, but that's only like $124. And I'm making payment arrangement. I have a payment arrangement on my mortgage. I pay about 2000 and some change per month for 6 months. At the end of 6 months, I'll be caught up on the mortgage, past due, and current. So at the end of 6 months, I should be current. And um, I haven't heard from him. I haven't asked him for no help. I haven't wanted anything from him. Girl, Felicia, right? I was about to. We was trying to get pregnant. That's the crazy part. I'm glad I didn't. Imagine if I would have got pregnant and I would have been at home. That would have been crazy. I gotta pee. There ain't no bathrooms around here. And the crazy part was, I was sending him job stuff for jobs. What up, Sip? I am about to move on. Yeah, I had, damn, his trailer. Look at this. Filled to the motherfucking max with beer. Look at that. Ooh, if that's how my trailer gonna be filled up, oh my God. I ain't gonna have no time to drive after this. Where is it at? I have to pee. Ugh. But yes, that's oh those are empty cans. Oh, I'm about to say, cause bro, how is that legal? His I think he just slid his tandems. I was about to say his shit slid all the way back, but I think he just slid them. But that's the whole get up on my issue with him and my story with him. Like, who the fuck did I almost marry? I realized I wasn't gonna marry him shortly after the proposal because I don't think that I would have been able to have a life with him um, with the sex life that we had. Like, if nothing else, eventually, like early on, it was the sex, but eventually I started learning about the threatening me, and now I wasn't giving him sex, and now he was taking it, and the money issue. And I don't mind waking me up for sex, but don't just. No, I use Ziploc bags. I use Ziploc bags and flushable wipes. I like the Ziploc bags. But I mean, I early on I realized like I can't be with somebody I'm not attracted to, and like sexually, and I wasn't attracted to him. Like I tried to make it work. Like early on when he would get soft and nut fast, I would, you know, do what I had to do. But like I would get on top of him and like grind on his soft and come that way. But I didn't want to keep doing that. That's when I did that, that's when I started thinking like, is this what my life is gonna be like living with him for the rest of my life? I'm never gonna get a heart. It's never gonna be hard enough for me to enjoy it. And I'm gonna always have to hump on him to get my nut. Like, is this what is this what life is gonna be like? And then the threats and forcing himself on me and the money. Am I gonna be living with a man and living a life where it's paying the bills and always barely getting by? That's not how I'm used to living. I'm not used to living like that. My bills get paid up on time every month. I don't have no past due bills. That's how I used to live my life. Now I got to get back to that. So, yeah, that was crazy. But here we are. The dude next to me got a green light. He had a red light when I came here. Now he got a green light, but he had pulled up and backed back in. So I guess they told him he had to readjust his shit. Now I see why my delivery is tomorrow, because they knew I was gonna be here all motherfucking night. I got another delivery after that, picking up in Akron, going to where else? Fucking New York. There's not gonna be. I'm gonna be fucked this week. This is gonna be a terrible week. But luckily, I've been living like I'm poor, and I haven't been spending a lot of money on food. And only money that I spend is on the mortgage and on the car and whatever little bills come up. Adriana paid the phone bill last month. She paid her and Trinity paid the car note last month. This month she paid half the car note. I paid the other half. So everything that I'm paying for or saving is for that. And we getting back on track. So after he moved out, I went into he left some stuff there. There's a box that he left. And in that box there's two phones and some cameras. course, I went through the fucking shit, right? One of the phones, he was talking to a woman. They went to Cancun together. No, she went to Cancun, and they were engaged. And she was telling there were messages saying saying stuff like, um, "This time I'm really through. We're not making each other better. Don't you want to be better? Don't you want to have a better life? We're not making each other better." And she's sending him memes about um, she's sending him memes about a man who's comfortable being broke is not a man, and a man like talking about bills, like not paying your bills is not being a man or some shit. So she was going through the same shit that I was going through. Then in the other phone, he had two phones talking to two different women. He was engaged to one woman, and then in the other phone, he was talking to another woman, and he's engaged to her. Talking about how beautiful she is, sending videos. So they go to a strip club together. Now he told me he don't like strip clubs because I'm trying to make it spicy in our relationship. He knows I like women. That's why he didn't want to go to no strip club because he know I like females. And he's proposed to her too. They both sending him sexy pics and dick or pussy pics and tit pics, and I think he had a sex problem. What I got from those conversations is that he was engaged to two women, got them little ass fucking rings, little ass rings. My ring was big as shit compared to like one little diamond in my ring was their ring. Um, so he couldn't even afford the ring that he bought me. He was just trying to front, but he was engaged to two women. How you gonna get out of that? Damn, that's gonna suck. How you gonna get out of that? How am I gonna get out of this when I go? Shit, that's gonna suck ass. Dude next to me couldn't make a right turn because of that shit right there. So now he got to figure out a way to get out. I'm gonna probably back out this whole parking lot. And so he was engaged to two women. I think he had like sex. He's a sex addict. He liked some freaky shit. Well, I knew he was about that life freak. Like he was about that life sexually. It's just he couldn't stay hard long enough to make it happen. And he was talking to two women at the same time. That's crazy. And he loves his cars and his motorcycle. And he can't pay bills, and he's a terrible. Like when he was living there at my house, he had bought ba- basket fitted caps and jerseys and um shoes, Jordans and cowboy boots and furniture, all this shit, but wasn't paying the bills. Like who does that? That shit was crazy. So yeah, that's my story of who the fuck did I almost marry. I don't know how she turned her channel, her shit into like a whole bunch of like how did she turn that into a whole bunch of videos? But I couldn't do a series like that. My shit only took 134 minutes. And she was with him probably the same amount of time I was with mine. I'm not studying for the LSAT because I'm on here. I studied earlier. I don't know how he's getting out of that. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. I gotta start making my exit plan. I think I'm gonna pull up over there and then back in right there and go out that way. Oh, I think almonds. I think my body doesn't like almonds. My stomach. Oh, don't like almonds. This is at some beer company in Cleveland. In Cleveland. I don't understand how people are getting loaded before me though. There's a porta potty right there. I think not. No, I'm going to New York after this. I'm in Ohio. I'm about to get out of here because I gotta pee really bad. I'm not about to be on here while I'm peeing in a Ziploc bag. Not happening. Um, that's crazy. Like, why we gotta resort to peeing in a Ziploc bag, bro? And I gotta take my medicine. Every time it's time for me to take my medicine at night, I'm sick. I feel nauseous. Like last night, I was nauseous, and that's why I didn't take it. What is IBO? She's sleep, knocked out. She always sleeps right here under my seat. She usually has her head like right there, like right under my pedal. I can't put my foot right there because she know I'm talking about her too. Pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl. My pretty girl. Her poop is getting um harder. So that's good. It's not like she has super diarrhea. It's really, really soft. It's like soft serve, but it ain't like diarrhea watery. So that's good. And she ate today twice. I have canned beef and I had to put that juice in her food. I forgot who told me to do that. Hey, pretty girl. Don't burp in my face. What's wrong with you? Why do dogs do that? Why you wouldn't burp in people's face? That's nasty. Nope, that was my vape juice. My allergy medicine, no, it's the medicine I'm about to take is my antibiotics for the UTI and the tooth infection. Her name is Nija. Nija, the GSD. She has a TikTok. Hi, girly. She got TikTok. It's called Nija, the GSD. But why are you staring at me? What? Too much info. We ain't need to hear that about utility. Well, this is the channel that I always talk about TMI. If you don't like it, you could click off. They know. I've talked about it the other day. I talked about UTI, yeast infections. I talked about periods and all of that. That's what happens when you're a female trucker. This is shit that we got to go through. We go through it anyway, but it's more so as a truck driver because the shit that we got to go through on the road, holding our pee all the motherfucking time. Places like this where we don't want to use a motherfucking porta potty, so we either hold it or we gotta pee in something. If we don't got nothing to pee in or wipe with, then we're fucked. You gotta hold your shit until it's time till you can get out of here. But look how long I've been here. Been here since 5 o'clock. It is almost 11. Almost 11 o'clock. About to be up at this bitch all day, all night. Could be sleep. I got 9 hours and 26 minutes. 9 hours and 7 minutes on my 14. That's what Mel make this channel so great. We talk about everything, anything. Exactly. Air dry. Air dry what? Do you get detention pay? Yeah, I get detention pay. Ain't shit. This week my check is made up of detention and layover pay, basically. Probably no miles. I've worked 18 hours, 19 now, including the drive here, since Sunday, and I've only gotten 700 miles since Sunday. And I knew this was going to happen. That's why I didn't want. That's why I wanted the team with somebody. 'Cause I knew this was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be this bad. An air blower for what? I got an air blower, like to blow off air on the hair and stuff. I got an air blower for that. It's right here. mm, you know what I've been wanting a lot lately? I've been trying to eat a lot of fucking fried chicken. Fucking fried chicken, bro. My diet is non-existent right now because of this medicine that I gotta keep taking. A air blower for a UTI? What's a UTI? What's the air blower gonna do to help a UTI? Please tell me. Coming from a man. To dry out the punani? That's not what's wrong. It's not wet. A UTI is when you have he's closing the wrong trailer door. What are you doing, bro? Is when in your urethra, the urine has bacteria in it. And if the urine stays in the urethra for too long, it's going to be an overgrowth of bacteria. It's going to cause an infection. So that's why you're supposed to take probiotics and drink lots of water and pee often so that you can keep your urethra clear of the bacteria and you don't get a UTI. But um but I think this happened from when I had the tooth infection. I took antibiotics, which so when you take antibiotics, it kills all the bacteria in your body, the good and the bad. So the bacteria it's called vaginal flora. It kills that, and that's the good bacteria that keeps the pH balanced in your vagina. So it the good bacteria in your urethra, the good bacteria in your stomach. If you have a good immune system, if your immune system is strong, then your bacteria will grow normally like it's supposed to. But sometimes, most of the time, when you're taking medication, the things that are prone to overgrowth of bacteria, because if you don't have no bacteria, your body is has to compensate for it. So your body is thinking, oh shit, something's wrong. There's no bacteria. We need to work extra hard to make some, right? It's an overgrowth of bacteria, and that's why you have a yeast infection, and that's why you have a UTI. So I had the yeast infection first, then I got the UTI. Those both come from overgrowth of bacteria, but also sitting all day, every day, in panties and sitting down and not airing it out and tight clothing. And I've been wearing a lot of sweats, and it's been cold, so I'm sweating, but then I'm sitting because it's weird. Like at night, I sweat because I have the heater on, and the temperature changes throughout the night. The heater changes throughout the night. So I wake up hot, then I'll drive. Then I'm done driving, I take a shower, but I've been sitting in like hot, moist, humid conditions. Men can get UTIs. Yes, y'all can. Um, if you hold your pee, yep, you can get it. And it feels like when you're peeing, either when the pee first come out, it hurts, or when the pee is almost done, it hurts. Or sometimes you'll get streaks of blood in your urine. That could be a UTI or a STD. For men, you can't tell the difference between a UTI and an STD. I know when it's a UTI. You'll have cramps in your stomach, not stomach, but bladder. You'll have cramps in your bladder. And if it gets bad enough, you can get a bladder infection and a kidney infection and kidney stones. So the dude who I had on the truck that was peeing every 2 hours, he probably either drank a lot of water because he didn't want to get a UTI, or he just drank a lot of water, or he probably had a UTI and didn't know it, or he probably had diabetes. But peeing a lot will keep you from having a UTI and drinking a lot of water. So the medicine that I take, it makes me pee a lot and then I'm not thirsty. So I get dehydrated fast. My urine is dark because I'm not thirsty and I don't drink a lot of water when I'm taking the medicine. I have to force myself to drink water, and I think that contributed to it too. The bacteria, the overgrowth, the medication, like all of that shit. So this time around, the and tooth infection came back. The yeast infection didn't all the way go away. So they gave me a medication that I could take for the yeast infection. They gave me to take the first day I take the antibiotics, and then when I'm done with my antibiotics, take the next pill, and that'll keep me from getting a yeast infection. Cause that antibiotics is gonna fucking. You better be glad y'all not women, cause ooh, getting a yeast infection is not bad. Getting a yeast infection from taking antibiotics, that shit makes you want to fucking kill people. If it it's the worst thing ever. It's terrible, y'all. Like I'm not even going to explain it because it's that bad. Unless you want to know, it's that bad. It's terrible. And before y'all say ill yeast infection TMI, babies with the white tongue when they have white in their jaws and stuff, it's called thrash. That's the yeast infection in the mouth. So, and just a key like little piece of information in case y'all didn't know. Um, People who have AIDS, that's one of the first signs of AIDS or HIV is a yeast infection that you can't get rid of. Just FYI. So I learned that in sex education. Crazy. But you won't get it just as a yeast infection. You'll have thrush in your mouth too. Thrush, yeah, thrush. You have thrush in your mouth and you'll have a yeast infection. And another piece of information to get rid of it easily, you could just eat yogurt with no sugar in it, like unflavored yogurt. It has live cultures that will kill the yeast. Don't get the one with the sugar, like fruit, because that will feed the yeast. Sugar. Is this taught knowledge of first-hand experience? I don't have AIDS or HIV. No. Is first-hand experience of having a yeast infection? Yes, definitely. That's why I'm taking the medication. What you mean? Yep, y'all knew this. Well, you didn't because you ain't been following the channel. You come in every so often. But yeah, and with the UTI, when it gets really bad, it can spread and you can get sepsis. Pope John Paul died from a UTI. So it could be life threatening if you don't get it taken care of. Sometimes it can go away on its own. You drink cranberry juice and water, but because I was taking these antibiotics, it wasn't about to go away. I needed medicine. I do drink cranberry juice. I drink cranberry juice, but I also take these cranberry gummies. Two cranberry gummies is equal to one serving of cranberry juice. Two gummy supplements per day. 500 milligrams of cranberry juice concentrate. Used to support urinary health. Says cranberry gummies are packed with 500 milligrams of cranberry juice in each serving for a delicious and convenient way to include cranberry into your daily diet without having to drink it as a juice. Traditionally, cranberries have been used to support urinary tract health. Just saying, don't take more than a dosage. Like, what? There's no medication in here, so why can't I just eat the whole bottle like candy? I drink cranberry juice, and then I take this too, Culturelle. I just bought this. Women's 4-in-1 protection. Supports healthy vaginal microbiota, helps guard the urinary tract, promotes digestive balance, provides immune support. Probiotic. It says first of its kind feminine prebiotic blend that starts working within 24 hours. Helps guard the urinary tract from unfriendly bacteria. A clinically proven probiotic blend with strains most commonly found in healthy vaginas. Helps protect vaginal flora, optimizes pH, and balances bacteria and yeast. And then and Lactobacillus rhamnosus (GG) provides digestive and immune support. So that's what I guess I'm at that age now where I gotta take vitamins and shit. It's crazy. But I can't be on live holding my pee no more like I've been doing. So I'm about to get off here and pee because I can't hold it like that like I've been doing. Especially if I'm trying to get over a UTI. I ain't gonna never fucking make it if I keep holding it. It's never gonna go away. And I'm sleepy. I didn't take my medicine today. Yeah, I'm getting old. But it was nice talking to y'all. It was nice talking to y'all. And I gotta call dispatch. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe. Bye, y'all.